Hello everyone and welcome back to the semi-final of Australia Traitors Series 2. We're still getting down under for you all. Don't look at me. If this was on video, people would not be happy with you. My name is Ben. I am 100% faithful and I am joined by...
Hello, I'm Alex. Hello faithful, all the faithful out there as well. I'm Alex. I'm also, as I claim to be, faithful. I must say, I'm getting a bit tired of the Sam show. It's something I'm not really that fussed about anymore.
Gonna do socials first or just go straight into it?
Can do. You can get in touch with us on X at Traitors Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors, or you can email us faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. We're also on buymeacoffee.com/faithful. If you're enjoying this series,
for a silver bar,
you can send us
one
a
of
silver
Roger's.
bar. A Roger one, yeah. Send us a Roger bar and we'll be more than happy to grab it. Thank you very much.
So people can get in contact with us. If we've got a few comments about the last episode of Australian Traitors Series 2. So Sarah said, Sam is the Wilf of Australia. Wilf is a UK contestant. It seems so fake that they can't see it, like they are protecting themselves by not voting for him, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. Joseph says, Camille saying these faithful are clueless, like she wasn't one of them for most of the game. And another comment says, another hilarious episode of the podcast, clap, clap, clap. I'm still holding out hope that Sam doesn't win and that he's out tomorrow. That's this episode, sadly he's not, due to Blake and Camille teaming up, and then Blake is out episode 9 and Camille then wins.
Well, Blake and Camille do team up, but then they get carried away with the rest of the rush of the party, and then they have to change their minds.
I have one. I did a poll on there as well. Will Sam win? 63% said no. 36% said yes. So some people still have hope. Last episode.
How many said no? Sorry.
63%.
Oh, so more people think Sam won't win.
Yeah. So there is hope, but then there was this episode, which basically I have one thing, and I'm breaking all my rules for my soundboard. I'm doing a sound clip that's not even on the Traitors, but it sums up how we're feeling about the idiocy that is.
I am fucking fuming! Mega fucking fuming!
It's not idiocy. Well, it is idiocy on the part of the contestants, but Sam's playing the game.
I know, but
he's doing it right.
The most ridiculous thing. Every episode it gets more ridiculous, and
it's so obscure, isn't it?
I give out my hope and I trust, and they show a little scene of them talking, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to accept it. It's going to happen, and then they get to the round table, and it just is.
Okay,
it is the most. Oh dear.
I am fucking fuming! Mega fucking fuming!
I mean,
I am mega. Fuming.
Effing fuming.
I am.
One thing that came out of it is that Hannah's dead.
True.
So that's Sam's reign has caused some good in this game. But again, by persuasion toward Blake, because and made Blake think that it was like for the benefit of him. And then Blake came down saying, I feel like we've built some bridges, we've made an amends, and we're playing together again.
Sarah is my main annoyance.
Well, Sarah's the new Keith.
Building slowly.
He's the new Checkers, isn't he?
And she's always been there, and I've always think, no, you can't be, but no, she is. She is just the past 2-3 weeks. She is the one that's ruined the round table because she gets the answers when they have a little chat. They form a sensible plan with backed up evidence and reasons. They go into the round table. Sam says 3 words to her, and then she changes her mind.
Yeah.
And it's just the most.
Well, Sam's incredibly
thing.
Persuasive, isn't he? Because
is he? He said one sentence.
Well, no, what he does, and he does it every single time, is he takes someone's argument toward him, and then he turns it and twists it to then make it the argument toward them. And then people listen and go, oh, actually, Sam's got a point there. Forgetting what the original argument was. The thing is, the only person he had to persuade was Sarah. That's the only person he had to persuade.
Yeah,
because
that was easy, wasn't it?
because obviously Blake's a traitor, Camille's a traitor. Liam at that point saw nothing wrong with Sam whatsoever.
Still be on Sam's side on the final.
And now Sarah, and so it was only Sarah he had to persuade because he knew that Gloria wasn't on his side either. So that was it was a bit, Gloria Gloria's like really surprised me because like throughout the game we've kind of been laughing and saying, "Oh, Gloria, she's a bit sweet."
We always had hope for her though, didn't we? But she wasn't getting much screen time.
But slowly she was getting more and more evidence and based like facts behind her accusations. She was slowly getting there, and then she had her time to shine this episode. And again, like I said, it just got twisted, and her own words got twisted against her.
And it wasn't even like she said anything.
No.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Well, she
I
basically
can't cope.
She basically said that she's been using her guts, but she's now using actual evidence, and actual evidence points the fingers at Sam.
And that gets her voted out.
And then Sam said that, and Gloria made the mistake. This is the thing with Sam. He picks up. You say one sentence and he picks it up and then goes for it. So at some point, Gloria then said, it's always someone you don't expect it to be. And then Sam said, well, using your logic then, it's you, Gloria, because no one suspects it's you. And that's it. And literally that was the reason Sarah said that the reason I'm voting for you, Gloria, is because, as you said, you always look for the one you don't expect it to be.
I know, but there was no other. With Sam, Gloria literally said about 4-5 things to them all, and they were all in agreement round their little picnic table, whatever it is, garden
the round
furniture.
Oh, okay.
No, before the round table. It's just like he literally said half a sentence, and Sarah was there like a nodding dog. Yes, yeah. And then Liam was also.
But you can't be
mending
mad.
the podcast at 6 minutes in. That's the end.
You can't be mad at Sam because he's basically playing a game. Well, he's playing a game amongst a lot of idiots, isn't he? Let's be honest, they are absolute fools. And
either Sam's clever or everyone is fucking dumb.
And this the latter. Let's be honest. It's the absolute latter. They're just.
I mean, we are repeating ourselves. We've been saying this for 8 episodes. Is Sam a good traitor, or is he just with a bunch of dummies?
Oh, well, it's the latter.
We've had the answer said
we
to
know
us
that
multiple
now
times.
because he's gotten. But I don't know. He's just gotten rid of so many people on the most flawed logic. I mean, if people had a good reason. Because no one pointed their finger at Gloria, and this has happened before as well. No one had their suspicions on these people, and all Sam does is, like I say, twist. He takes what they've thrown at him. He gets that accusation, twists it, reverses it, and throws it back again. And people are really so. Obviously, Sam's got that kind of personality where people are very keen or magnetized toward him. That's why he works in sales and stuff.
Does he? Work in sales? Or
I don't know.
On a farm?
No.
And a city boy, isn't he? He's both, isn't he?
Yeah. See, he's probably he's one of those.
Well, I don't seem to do much work on his Instagram. All he does is go on holidays and swim.
Well, that's suspicious as well, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, all this money. Don't know where it's coming from.
Where
He's got a new body as well. Revenge body.
Revenge for who?
Yeah.
Keith, checkers.
Yeah, God knows. Yeah, he's got his new body and all sorts. So everything's coming up, Sam.
It's just getting a bit boring. That's the problem.
It's just so annoying.
It's only exciting when someone is basically overtaken the whole game. When that person has someone who's a good rival to them. Do you know what I mean? So there's someone who they can fight against. So there's that rivalry between them. But there's been no one good enough to go up against Sam. In the respect that I'm not saying Sam is particularly a peak player of any reality TV show. No. Because he's not. It's just that he's been lucky enough that he's been in a pool of idiots.
Lots of comments have been like, I think Sam is a producer's a meddling, and I was like, oh, don't be silly in my head. But now he was walking down those stairs to breakfast.
Yeah, I didn't
music
like that.
was playing.
I thought that was a really awful edit.
He knew. How did he know the music? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe the producers are doing. He is a producer plant. I've decided.
Well, I must admit when he came down those stairs dancing. And as you say, the piano music was playing. I did think to myself, if I was working on the production crew, I'd be like, no, Sam, don't do that. Just walk down the stairs. You can look a bit shifty, but don't look like that. It looks silly.
Again, he was sabotaging the game, the mission again. He was just walking into things on purpose. Him and Blake, he was.
No, to be fair, they were all idiots in that mission. Yes, they were. So.
I think Sam was purposely walking into things with Blake, and when he did it with Camille.
Well, look at Sarah. Sarah was dragging Liam.
Sarah and Liam.
No, sorry, Liam was dragging Sarah around. So to be honest with you, I don't think Sam was doing that on purpose.
This reminds me of the American series when that note slipped out of that woman's skirt and it was magically landed on It's like, what? So I'm getting more and more suspicious this series because it doesn't make sense that this could be the outcome.
The problem is that
Without
if the producers
interference.
think that this makes a good series, this makes good TV, then unfortunately they need to go back to the year 2000 when it would have made maybe good TV and think about what this show is actually about. And that is about a group of people who work together in order to find get to the ultimate goal. This is they're filming it like it's very individualist, and it's all about Sam. And I think I'm bored of Sam now.
But they could have voted him out because it was such a good cast. I just feel just annoyed because they're just annoying.
Because the other thing is, it's not. I know we're getting to the end of the game now when it does become a bit more kind of stabby, backy, but.
Well, it's not. It's just been the same every episode.
But that's what I mean. It's been the same from episode 1.
They all
Sam
plan
has been
it.
the same from episode 1.
Go to the round table. Sam says a sentence to someone. Everyone nods in the Sam cult and then votes someone off.
And he always adds more people to his cult as well, which is really like.
I am fucking fuming! Mega fucking fuming!
But that's what I'm. I've said it a few times now. That's my point. I'm bored of watching this. I'm bored of seeing Sam succeed every time.
I'm not bored until it gets to the round table because I'm as bad as Sarah. I'm still holding out hope for these people.
Because that's the thing.
And I'm on Team Gloria and Team Camille. And then the round table comes and I'm like, no, I've been fooled again. So it's my own fault. Fool me once, shame on you, Sam.
But the
Fool me twice, shame on me.
The funny thing is that again I don't know how much of a conversation they had, but Gloria, and she even said it on her exit. It's like she said it was 2 guys, and then they all voted for.
Oh yeah, all of them were like, yeah, it has to be a man, and then they're like Gloria.
Yeah,
Like,
it has to be Gloria. Yeah.
See, that's why nothing makes sense. It doesn't add. What we're seeing and what happens doesn't add up. So either loads of stuff is getting edited out that we're not seeing, or Sam's a producer plant.
Dum dum dum.
Or something. They can't be that stupid. Why is Sarah changing her mind like that in that one sentence?
There must have been more to it, obviously. But
why?
But I agree.
And I understand Blake and Camille had to go with the room, so that's why they didn't vote for Sam. They went with Gloria. I think that's what they were doing.
The funny thing is that
but they had the numbers. If Sarah wasn't such a flake, they had the numbers. But you can't trust Sarah.
Sam's not really even that persuasive. I'm sorry to say. We've watched quite a lot of the Traitors now.
Like a
we've watched a few
Cheshire cat.
Yeah, we've watched a few series of it, and like I've seen people turn a round table around from them in a lot more persuasive way than what Sam has done. Sam literally all Sam did was say, Gloria, you're saying it's someone you don't suspect. Well, no one suspects you. That was
100%
it.
of the votes.
That was it.
I know.
But
That's why it's stupid.
This is my point, though. Camille and Blake had to read the room, so they had to vote to make sure that Sam wasn't suspicious of them trying to, backstab him. So the only one he had to convince was Sarah.
Yeah, which doesn't.
But that's not to say that like Sam hasn't convinced the whole room before. Hannah's been convinced on numerous occasions. Checkers was convinced on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
And the thing is, all this evidence, all this blinding evidence, they've got it stacked up against him. Was it Annabelle and Liam? Was it
Luke?
Luke. Annabelle and Luke.
They were the first ones.
There's the shield. There's the fact that he murdered Hannah, who most suspected him.
Yep, Simone as well, when she was after him.
So there's so much evidence stacked against him. He's laughing in plain sight.
Literally, on camera laughing.
Yeah. But this is the other thing. He does it in front of them now as well. He sits there at the round table grinning. When they were doing their cheer at the end, and they were like drinking the champagne. He was. You could tell he was literally like counting the money in his head. What he was going to do with it. It's like,
I mean, we've said
just
he
look
deserves to
around.
win because out of all of this, he is the only one that's literally done anything. So,
well, I wouldn't say he deserves to
not
win for
deserve
that
to
reason.
win, but
I think
he should win because the other ones are too dumb. Like,
yeah, he deserves to win for that reason.
If Sarah wins, for example, sorry Sarah, I'm going for you today, but it's just annoying. If she wins, it's like, well, that's not deserved because she's kind of doesn't know what's going on. Every time Roger says something, she goes, "Huh?
Yeah,
what?" Liam is. Oh, no, we're going to see nasty Liam now.
Well, I was going to say Liam has hopefully finally seen the light.
I don't believe it. We saw it for that one scene. And then like tomorrow he'll be like, I slept on it and now me and Sam to the final, is what he's going to say.
Yeah, but Sam's now going to go for him. This is the thing. Liam, unfortunately, didn't remember. Liam, bless him, doesn't really know what's going on either. But Liam didn't remember that at the end, on the final, there's no murder. He forgot about that. And so he declared his position thinking he was going to be murdered that night. And he said that Camille and Sam were both traitors. And then Roger came in and said, "Oh, hi guys, no murder tonight." Downed a pint of it might be a pint of champagne, and then left. And that kind of left Liam, and you could tell Liam was like, ooh, like putting his shirt collar where steam came out.
I mean, I think there's 2 faithfuls left and 3 traitors.
Yes.
So I think, unless something very odd happens, I think Traitor's going to win. Will Sam, because we know he's greedy. We know he's got that new summer body. He's got all those holidays, swimming pools, personal trainer. Is Sam going to be able to get rid of the other 2 traitors and have the money for himself? Is he going to be able to do that? I think that's the question now. I don't think it's a question of whether Sarah or Liam are going to be able to win this. It's going to be, is Sam going to be able to get both Blake and Camille out of the game?
Well, they only think there's 2 traitors in the group. So that's one advantage that the traitors have, because there are actually obviously 3. Now, the thing is that
one traitor is going to lose out.
The traitors they have to get rid of 2 traitors. Now, it depends on which 2 it will be. I think Camille is safe. And I think it'll either be Camille and Sam or Camille and Blake. Because I think...
Do you think 2 traitors will end? Yeah.
I think 2 traitors will end. I think they'll be stupid to try to...
have it for themselves.
Yeah. I think they'll fail if they try that.
Is that what's going to be Sam's undoing, maybe, himself?
Could
his
be.
own greed?
It could be.
Because he's going to want to try and get rid of both traitors. But will he be able to persuade Sarah and Liam to vote Camille and Blake and then end
not
the
Liam.
game?
I've got trust in Liam. And
We've been here before, though.
No, not with Liam we haven't. Not with Liam we haven't.
True. If it was Sarah, we have.
And Liam really did. You could tell he was not happy. He was angry and he was betrayed and he was upset. He knows that Sam's a traitor. Liam's now a vote for Sam.
I don't know.
We're in a sticky situation where Sarah is the last vote here again. So I think what they need to do is Camille needs to take, because Sarah thinks it might be Blake too. I think Camille needs to play the sisterhood card. Go to
She did try
Sarah.
to do that this episode, though.
Go to Sarah and say, Sarah, look at the evidence. It has to be Sam. Shake her, smack her about if that's necessary.
But then she'd be like, well, maybe you're a traitor then. Just like they did to Gloria today.
I know. But that's the only way they're going to get Sam out. Otherwise, it's going to go to the final, like they're going to do the next round table, Sam will stay in, and then it's going to get to the very end, and either they're going to vote again to play, they're going to then go for another traitor.
I think
it's guaranteed another traitor is going to go out before they get to the last. We keep calling it the fire pit, but in Australia they don't have the fire pit.
They better have a fire pit.
They won't, because they didn't do the celebration at the end of the fire pit. They always do it at the fire pit at the end when they announce that there's going to be no murder.
Oh, do they?
Yep, in the UK and the New Zealand version, they've said around the fire pit. So there's not going to be a fire pit.
This has just gone down in my estimation.
So once they've done the next round table, the first round table of the final episode, there will be a traitor gone.
I think Sam is going to get Blake out on the next round table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's going to win over Liam because he got a traitor again. I don't know.
No.
He'll
win over Sarah.
Sarah, Liam, Sam will then vote to not end the game.
Mm-hmm.
They'll want to get rid of Camille. Then they'll end the game because they're idiots.
No.
And Sam will win.
No.
Yep.
They'll vote not to end the game. Then then they'll all vote for Sarah. And then it'll be Liam. Yeah, and then it'll be Liam, Sam, and Camille left. And Liam will think that that's the end. Oh no, of course he won't, because he thinks Sam and Camille God, this is what I mean. It's too confusing.
What Sam's going to do.
They could get rid of Liam. They have to get rid of... I think there'll be 2 traitors at the end. I think there'll be 2 at the end. I don't think...
Yeah, I think it'll be... that's what I say. Sam will get rid of Blake at the round table. That will convince Sarah and Liam again that he's a traitor.
Oh, what? And he'll get rid of Camille?
And he'll get rid of Camille at the final to end the game with
because
Sarah and Liam.
Liam, I'm telling you, I've seen that. I've seen a face like that of a person before. That's someone who's been cracked. That's someone who's been damaged, and that's someone who cannot. Nothing will mend that rift between Sam and Liam. I'm telling you that
I've
right
been
now.
burnt too many times this series.
No. This isn't Keith. Keith thinks he's smart. No, sorry, Keith. Keith. No, this isn't Keith and Hannah. This is Liam. Liam is a down roots, good, honest person. And he's the person that he's the kind of guy who I would have a drink in the pub with. And if you upset him, he would remember that. but not in a malicious way, but he will remember that, and he that's stuck in his mind forever. He has Sam on his list. He knows Sam's a traitor, and that's there's no bending him now.
No.
That's him done. I'm telling you.
I want to believe you.
No,
I want to have faith and trust in Liam.
Liam's a good, honest
The cult
guy.
of Liam needs to expand, but no, I just think Sam's going to work his way around him again.
No,
and Sarah.
Liam's a good, honest guy, and I'm telling you that kind of that personality, that kind of person, that Sparky, he will not change his mind. Nothing will.
I think that
Nothing
this
will bend
season
him.
should be called The Dummies.
Nothing will bend him. I'm telling you. So I think Liam is going to. I don't know. I just got a feeling that Liam might end up being the saviour in this, but I don't think he'll win.
See,
I think he will
this-
at least get rid of Sam.
I had the same hope for Gloria, and that's been dashed.
Yeah, but the thing with Gloria is that she didn't have any allies, while Liam, I think.
His ally Sam, which he just
No,
said
I
in
think
front of
Liam.
everyone.
I think Liam is more in group mingled with the group better. I don't know.
hope so.
If I was in the group, I would believe Liam because he's just a believable person. He's just an honest. You can tell he's just an honest person. If he'd been a traitor, he would have crumbled and cracked, and he would have been out immediately. As a faithful, he's just. You can tell he's just a nice guy.
I know.
I believe in him. I
know
believe
he's
in
a
you,
nice
Liam.
guy. They're all nice guys, but I just have my faith is all hope is gone.
Can't be that
There
bad,
is no
can it?
hope left.
There's always hope.
All right, Princess Leia. Well, I don't know what else to say really.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've talked about everything really. We talked about the game. Hannah's dead.
I'm
and
upset about Gloria. I'm just upset and fuming. So.
Gaming. I mean, it's there's nothing more to say.
But we have got the final next week.
We got the final next
So
week, and we'll probably do it the same way
we've
as we
got-
did the New Zealand
yes,
one, so
we've
we can
got
watch it live.
Our new
Format.
format that we do.
Yeah,
Very
so-
popular.
So we do recommend you guys listen in and find out. Oh, we could quickly point out that they're on 162,000 Australian dollars to win.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad, but I'm sure that will top up to $250,000 because that's what they did last time.
Wonder if we'll get a third series of Australian Traitors because, well,
If they do, then
been moved around the schedules 3 times.
yeah, but that wasn't their fault. Apparently, they originally had planned 3 episodes a week, and then because of the Australian, although they knew that there was going to be the Women's World Cup
Yes.
on, so that's a bit of a weird excuse.
Ratings, don't know where they're going. So
But this is an example
Roger.
of, I'm not saying the producers have messed around with them. I'm not, because I don't know for sure. But this is an example where you see a really honest version of the game. We've been enthralled from beginning to end. With the monopoly that is Sam's storyline, I just don't feel as gripped by it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I do. It's just, yeah.
It's a shame. But at least Liam's there, and that's the main thing. I'm glad Liam's in the final, and that's the main thing in my mind.
Well, before the final, then, who would you like to win?
Liam.
You want Liam to win?
I want
Faithful
Liam to win,
chef?
but he won't win.
No, if not Camille, I suppose.
He can't be a sole faithful. We'd have to share it with Sarah.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
But who I think will win, Sam.
Yeah, same.
Sam will win.
I'd like Camille and Blake to win though, just to get over, to push one over on Sam, and because I think that'd be.
I'd like to
nice.
see Sam. If Sam does make it to the very end, I'd like to see a kind of a different side to Sam and see him actually sharing the prize money with Camille, because I'd be more kind of, or Blake, sorry, I'd be more kind of like happier for that ending than if it's just Sam winning it all. And again, it's nothing against Sam. He's played a fine game. It's just that it's just not
But
been
he
a
is
very
acting
interesting
up to
one.
camera a lot, isn't he?
He's acting up to camera,
He's
and
very
it's-
American reality star. We haven't done Sarah's fact file, by the way. We've
Oh,
done
go
everyone
on.
else's fact file this series. But Sarah has yet to have a VT.
Go on then, get Sarah
Poor
out of the way.
Sarah, no
we love her.
VT.
We love you, Sarah. Sarah almost went week 1, episode 1, so you
Yeah.
should remember too.
When Sarah isn't competing for the Traitors Australia, she works as a clinical psychotherapist. So she's very accustomed to reading people. She's also worked in the prison system, so she's met all kinds of people and basically heard every story under the sun. She plans to rely on her spidey senses and gut instincts to keep her one up ahead of her fellow competitors, regardless whether she's faithful or traitor.
How's that working for you so far, Sarah?
If she is successful in winning and taking home the 250k.
No.
Sarah plans to pay for her mother's knee replacement surgery. And she's
Don't know why that's
also
funny.
looking to jet off on a holiday with her fiancée, Sharon. So there you go.
Nice. Sarah and Sharon.
Oh, Sarah's one of the LGBTQ plus members, so she now goes up in my fondness of contestants automatically.
Oh, okay.
That's my rules.
What, if they're gay, then
Yeah.
you love them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened
That
last
doesn't-
series 1 of Australia.
Let's be honest, that doesn't
When I
detract.
learned about Alex, that was it. She went up my estimations.
That doesn't
so-
detract to the fact that it was such a ridiculous 180 she made in this episode. Yeah.
Mega fucking fuming.
No, it doesn't take away from that.
Gloria made a really big mistake, having reminded myself that Sarah almost went out week 1. Why didn't Gloria pipe up and say, well, Sarah, you're quick to jump on what Sam's just said, but everyone made that accusation to you.
Yeah, and then never questioned you again.
And never questioned you again. So why are you now making the same accusation on me?
Do you not think every time this has happened where someone random, like Gloria, just randomly gets voted, they don't put up much of a fight this series either? They kind of like, they go, well...
again, we don't know what's...
I know, but
We don't know what's being... I mean, let's be honest. The edit... If the producers aren't manipulating the game as it's happening, they are manipulating our perspective of Sam as it's being edited.
True.
They're showing Sam as being this very strong, feisty, manipulative character, which he is playing that game. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you could have shown Gloria maybe retaliate. You could have shown that on numerous occasions when whenever Sam fights back, you see the other one kind of go all forlorn and like, oh, well, Sam's won again. And that, again, that kind of, as a viewer, makes me feel like, oh, well, Sam's won again. And so that makes the experience not very much fun for me. I want to see people fight. I want to see people battle back. There's, there's been round tables where people have screamed
Annabelle
at someone.
did, and she still went.
Yeah, but again, they didn't really show much of Annabelle. Again, the edit of Annabelle was her occasionally going, and then that was it. And I'm sure Annabelle said a lot more than they actually showed at that round table. So, but there's been episodes of the Traitors from all different versions where someone's actually said to them, like, you're being accused of being a traitor here. You're saying you're a faithful. Fight for your place at this table. And no one's doing that. They're just sitting there. But again, I strongly suspect that the producers are leaning toward a very pro Sam. I think they want us to like Sam, and it's not
It's
working.
weird. He's like the lovable villain edit,
And it's not
I
working
suppose,
because
yeah.
people aren't liking Sam.
He dances down the stairs like the Joker from
Oh,
Joker.
yeah, again, well done, Sam, stealing something from a film, Well done, you.
Or the producers told him to do that.
Should I start wearing a green mask and running around saying, alrighty then? And
He's
doing
got a
the
Joker
mask?
smile, so... Anyway.
He's a bit like the Joker, actually, if you think about it. He really is. 1960s Joker from the Adam West days, I'd say. You need to give him a nice purple suit and a green face.
8 episodes in, he's still there, even though we thought he'd be going on episode 2. So who is the clown here?
Us for putting up with it.
Exactly. So there you go then. So final next week then.
Final next
The
week.
last
Any
episode.
thoughts about the final? You've got a bit of time to get in touch with us
You've
to
got a
let
week
us
now
know.
to let us know what you think of the whole series, what you think of Sam, Sarah, Liam, Camille, Blake, Annabelle, Roger.
Yeah,
Of
we haven't talked about
course.
Roger this episode. Roger's butler as well.
Even he's fed up, I feel. He's like walking around literally telling them.
He's telling
He
them.
literally goes up to them and goes, Sam's a traitor.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy your day. A nice breakfast.
And then they're all like, can't be Sam.
Round
Can't
the
possibly
round
be
table,
Sam.
everyone needs to remember all the things that have been said. Sam's a traitor. So get voting. Gloria. So that's why Roger's just
Even
drinking.
Roger at the end, when they finished their conversation, he said it's time to vote. Even he shrugged and sighed because he
Yeah.
knew what was coming. It's just like, even Roger's exhausted by all this nonsense. But yeah, so if you've got any thoughts about the show, us or the Traitors or the Faithful or anything like that, or just what you did today. Did you go and play, I don't know, poo sticks today? Did you find a nice bridge to throw a
How
stick
can
over?
they get in contact with us if they
You can
want
get in
to?
touch at oh my goodness, on X at Traitors Podcast.
Twitter.
On Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors. We're also on Threads. I keep forgetting we're on Threads at
Are
Faithful
we?
to the Traitors. Yeah.
Haven't posted on there, have we?
I post all the time.
Oh.
Gmail, faithfultothetraitors at gmail.com. And if you want to support the show, you can either throw us a silver bar by going to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, or just tell your friends about us by sharing us on social media. And you can leave us a nice 5-star review, please, on Apple Podcasts or any of your favourite podcast apps. It really helps get our name out there. Oh, yeah. Oh,
There you
yeah.
go then. So final next week. our feelings from episode 2 to the final is...
I am fucking fuming! Mega fucking fuming!
And we'll see you next week.